How y'all doing out there, America, the world? You hear me? We here with another episode of the Put to Bed podcast. This is episode 4 at your doorstep. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Hey, Don G here. Welcome to episode 4. Let's get up into it.
Yeah, we gonna jump right into it. Y'all should know what we on and what we about by now, man. So we gonna jump into
Right.
it. We got a few. This episode right here is kind of more so looking at the topic that you chose, the topics that I chose. It's more so like relationship type of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that's what we
Yep.
going. That's what we at with it right now. We in relationship vibes. So we just gonna throw a couple questions out there, throw a couple theories out there, throw a couple you feel me's out there, and
Yeah.
let y'all grasp what y'all grasp and take it to bed with you, man. Put it in your pillowcase and sleep on that.
Right. And yeah, we got like a couple of them. So let's get to right into your first one. When did toxicity become cool? So what you mean by that, bro?
So what I meant by that was like, okay, so in this era that we living in right now, it's like being toxic has been deemed as like cool or appropriate or like you mean something to be proud of. Like not back in the days, people used to. It used to be shameful to cheat. It used to be shameful to lie. It used to be shameful to be manipulative or shameful to be like, you know what I mean, getting belligerent and doing the excessive stuff in relationships and having poor communication skills. All of that stuff used to be like, okay, no, you need to work on that. That ain't what's happening. But I feel like in this day and age, we move more towards like it's become acceptable. It's become like the norm. It's become cool. Oh, I'm toxic, like, or you gotta love me for my toxic traits, or the toxicity. Like it's all of that has become like the norm. Has become like cool to be like, oh well, I'm toxic or I'm this and that like type stuff. And these negative notations and narratives that we once had has been like people are like indulging in it like it's cool. Like for instance, like the cheating or juggling multiple partners and stuff like that. Like people look at that like, oh, that's just my toxic trait. So they blame it on
Mm-hmm.
people blame it on their sign and blame it on their zodiac sign when they do something out of character. Or they do something. Oh, that's just my Scorpio in me. I'm just a hoe because I'm a Scorpio. Like no, like you just a hoe because you just a hoe. Like that. Let's not take away from the facts or take away from accountability of it. You mean that's what
Right.
it all boils down to me with is the accountability. Like people have become less accountable for their actions and just chunking it up to like, oh, that's just how I am. That's just my toxic trait. I'm just in my toxic era. I'm just in my. You mean like even I mean it's been like that. I would say for men, and it ain't cool, but it's been
Mm-hmm.
acceptable for niggas to be like, oh, I got a bunch of females. You a player, or niggas are just lying and juggling. Like it's kind of been acceptable or cool in the male aspect of it for a long time, which it shouldn't have been. I'm not validating what niggas do. I'm not validating the bullshit. Let's get that clear. But it seemed to have merged now. Now it's like these same traits that was just like dudes doing it proudly, like women doing it proudly now. Women is cheating
Mm-hmm.
proudly. Women is lying proudly. Women is like and not just I'm not trying to just put it on women, but just overall now it's like okay, it's the get back. It's like okay, y'all can do this, we can do it even better type situation. Now we like trying to one up each other as men and women. We trying to one up each other. It's like oh, you can cheat, I can cheat better. You can lie, I can lie better. Like you can do the bullshit, I can do the bullshit better. And it's like I've been trying to figure out when did this become cool? When did this become acceptable in society? When did this become acceptable in relationships? And why are we not holding each other accountable as friends or as associates or as partners to be like, nah, bro, like, bro, we grown now. You in your 20s, you in your 30s. Like, why are you still juggling 4, 5 females? Like, find you a good one and sit down and chill and accomplish your goals. Like, why are you still lying at 20 some years old, 30 some years old? Like, why are you still lying to people and considering that cool? Like, why are you not comfortable to live in your skin enough to just be honest and be who you is? Like, that's what I feel like the society has pushed to the norm as far as us being in toxic relationships and dealing with that type of stuff. It seems like we have lowered the discernment for our standards as people and that having morals and having principles, and it just became watered down to this thing where we just like, oh, I'm toxic. You mean love me for who I am, and these my toxic traits, and they be wearing it proudly. It's like a medal of honor versus something that we ashamed of.
That's facts. That's all facts, honestly. Because okay. It's not cool at all. It's not acceptable at all. I ain't saying I don't agree that it is at all. I agree that you think that people think that now it's a normal thing. Like you said, it's attractive. You know, people. The more toxic I am, the more men I'm gonna get because they like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's what's in the culture right now. For real, it's being toxic relationships. The more toxic it is, the more healthy it is. And I'm putting up quotes. The more toxic it is, the more healthy it is, and that's not true at all. Like
at all.
that's a non-factor, not true whatsoever. Like if it's toxic and you see those red flags, then you need to go. Get out and keep it moving because you can't change a toxic person. That's what they're gonna be. And if they use it as an excuse, because using your sign, using whatever, I've been hurt in the past, or whatever. Shoot, I'm just too busy, so I'm a juggle it. Whatever you're using, you know what I'm saying? It's no excuse to it. It is what it is. It can be dangerous too. Because when you juggling and when you going and you get one toxic person, then you gonna mess up that whole little room because that person ain't gonna be able to handle that. What you
No,
giving
exactly.
out. Some of them things that you giving out, like you may be giving out healthy, they may be giving out toxic. You see that, you got to go because it's not gonna go up. Because eventually those toxic traits that you do have deep down inside is gonna come up because now you with a toxic person. So y'all just gonna bash. And it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not healthy. And I think that people need to like look at those signs. If you see like a person who is toxic, then you keep it moving because it's not good. Like to go back and forth and saying, "Oh, the more toxic I am, I'm gonna get more dudes or they gonna be happy about it. They gonna like it. They gonna like it." And they do like it. I've been seeing it. Like, man,
Yeah,
she called like about 6 times a day, bro. Or what? She on social media snapping, bro. Like some of those things are not. A lot of those things are not cute. Like you see it here and there, you be like, all right, she gets mad. But if you see a routine and a pattern, it's toxic. It's time to like keep it
kind of
moving. For
reevaluate the
real.
situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you got to look at every situation different because every relationship is different, and that don't mean you go in the relationship pointing out like, oh, okay, that's one, that's two, that's three. Nah, that ain't it either. And then I'm sorry, we got one of those kind of topics today when you said you put someone I did like this. I'm like, all right, men have been doing it forever, but that don't make it right either because now I think it's more of women have been like, all right, I'm tired of being. Some of those women are the ones who've been tired of being hurt, tired of being cheated on. So now they're like, all right, I'm gonna do what you do. I'm gonna one up
Yeah,
because it does. But it's just that's just a game that everybody playing with each other though. Because what we doing? If
yeah. What
you
we doing?
really want a relationship, if you really want that healthy relationship, you gotta let that toxic stuff go. And if you can't, you can't be in a relationship.
Yeah, work on yourself until you work on
Work on
yourself
yourself.
until you ready. Like I feel like a lot
Yep,
of people rush into relationships, and that's what brings out a lot of that toxicity, a lot of the toxic
exactly.
traits.
Exactly. Work on yourself. That's it. That's all I had to say about it, bro. It's like, if you see it, keep it moving. And if you see it in yourself, start looking at yourself
Yeah,
and
start evaluating
start
yourself.
changing some of those negative traits into some positive traits. Go to
Yeah,
counseling, journal, and write some of that stuff down so when you go to counseling, you have a foundation of what you want to deal with.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but I look at it like this. Like I look at it as, do unto others as you want done unto you. Like, do you want
Hmm.
somebody lying to you, playing in your face?
Right.
Do
Right.
you want somebody cheating on you, going behind your back, doing dirty stuff? Do you want
Exactly.
somebody airing out your dirty laundry and
Yep.
talking about all your relationship problems and running to social media every time y'all got an issue?
Right.
Like, do you want these type of things in your
Air
life?
not. Yeah.
Do you want a person doing these things to you? And if you don't,
Right.
then why are you dishing that type of energy out? Because the energy you give is the energy you
Exactly.
receive. And if you're not trying to have that type of energy on you or in your life, then you got to eliminate them certain characteristics in yourself. You
Yes.
gotta get rid of that. Like let's get grown. Let's get
Right.
grown. It's 2025. Let's get grown.
Let's
Let's
get
hold ourselves
grown.
accountable.
Ooh.
Let's communicate. Let's understand each other. If you say you love this person, then listen to this person and understand what they like, what they don't like, and adjust. Like
And
you need
just
it should be a relationship should be an equal. amount of efforts as to grow. And if we're not growing, then we not evolving. If we're not evolving, then we're not changing. If we're not changing, then we're not creating a better circumstance for ourselves. Because don't nobody want to start at point A and end
Hey,
at point A. The point is to get
it.
from point A to point Z or point B to C.
Mm-hmm.
Like in order to do that, you got to recognize the stuff in yourself, and you got to change that, and you got to move
Right.
differently. And if you
Exactly.
see that in other people that's around you, you got to remove them out your circle. You got to remove them out your
Mm-hmm.
energy.
Mm-hmm. I'm known for that. I'm be real. I'm known for that. If I see it in relationships, friendships, family, it don't matter. If I see things in my life that is not good for me, mentally, physically, and all that, eventually, like I don't let somebody go off top. But like, if you showing me over and over again that you that person, you gotta believe it
Oh
eventually.
yeah, yeah,
Otherwise, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you can't cry
exactly.
to me about it. You can't cry to yourself about it. It's on you. You got to deal with it
Yeah,
because you.
facts,
I
facts.
mean, and sometimes when we have those people in our life that we continue to let them do that to us, we see something in them negatively that is in ourselves that we want to change.
Exactly. It's
So
a reflection.
we hold on.
Everybody that you encounter, everybody that you deal with, everybody that God put in your life and put in your life,
Hmm.
not that you just meet and say hi and bye, but the people that you call your friends, your family, your associates,
Right.
your partner, your relationships, the people that you sleeping with, the people that you giving your energy to, they just a reflection of you. So if
Right.
everybody in your circle
Everybody.
dirty, then you need to do some evaluating of yourself because you only
Hmm.
attract what you are. You only attract what you are. Like, and that's not all cases. Sometimes you attract better than what you are because God bringing that into your life to show you, like, look,
Absolutely.
this person is trying to help you grow. This person is here to mold you, to grow you, type. And it's up to you to be like, okay, damn, this is an example of a person that I'm trying to be
Hmm.
like. Let me mimic this and learn from this. Versus people that, because a lot of people see that and they meet them people and be like, oh, I detest them, or I'm jealous of them, or I'm envious of them, or I don't like them. They think
Right.
they too good. They think they better than me. They think they holier than now. When really, no, that's
Yep.
just the universe pushing them into your area and pushing them into your realm so that you can
Let
learn
you
from them
grow.
and get them jewels from them and soak up some of that game and not just be jealous of it. And and
Hmm.
so the reflection of who you are is what the universe is going to bring you in the form of people. Like if
Right.
you shiesty and if you surround like we was always taught, like, if you want to know who you are, look at your circle of friends. Look
Circle.
who you hang around. Because who you hang around and who you give your energy to and who you attract to and who the people that you say, oh, this is my homie, this person cool, this person a vibe. If they
Right.
vibrate low, 9 times out of 10 you vibrating low because you attracted to that
Exactly.
energy. You attracted
Yeah.
to that energy and you let that
Yeah.
energy in without no discernment of not having that energy around you because you attracted to it.
What you bring in is what you get, like what you giving out for real. Like if you bringing in positive energy, energy where you want to grow, where you want to surround yourself around. Like, okay, you can have friendships, you had negative friendships, you have people who stabbed you in your back. Now you've grown. You want grown ass women around you or grown ass men around you. Then you surround yourself around that circle, or you start finding places where those people are so you can start growing as a person. So you can start seeing that every friendship is not what you experienced because everything's different. And if you want to grow, you got to get out there and do it. You got to do that
Yeah,
work. To grow, you got to do that work. You got to look at
definitely,
yourself
definitely.
deep, and that stuff ain't easy
It ain't
at
easy. It ain't
all.
easy to put that mirror in front. It's easy to put the mirror
Yeah,
in front of other people and be like, "Oh, you like this? You need to change this. You need to change that." It's hard for
right.
a lot of people. Not some people. The good ones, like you mean, like us, we see it. But a lot of people, it's hard for them to put that mirror in front of themselves
Hmm.
and say, "You this and you that, and you need to change this. And
Right.
you need to change that." They so quick to just blame the world and blame somebody else and say, "No,
Yep.
I'm like this because so and so did me like this, or so and so did this, or the world did this to me, or the world did." Instead of just putting
Right.
that mirror in front of yourself and be like, "No, I'm like this because of me." And this may occur, this may have happened. I may have went through this trauma, I may have went through this relationship, but
Exactly.
it's still up to me and to be accountable to hold for my own actions and see why I'm like this. I can't blame the world, and
Hmm.
you can't blame everybody else for it. But
No,
in my opinion, I mean, it's really put to bed for me, like
it's.
as
I
far as
agree. I agree. I got one follow up question with that though. Do
okay.
you feel like you're ever too old to grow?
No, no. I feel like no. You never too old to grow. The day you
Like that?
stop growing is the day you die. The day you
Exactly.
stop learning is the day you die. The day you
Yeah.
stop learning and you stop growing while you're alive and able and willing. Oh,
Yeah.
that means you mentally dead. That means that you don't plan on
Giving
going.
up.
You don't plan on getting no more income. You don't plan on getting no
Hmm.
more blessings. You don't plan on becoming a better person. You don't plan on getting no more than what the universe got for you, what you already doing, because you complacent. You happy. You cool with where you at. You content with where you at. like life is about growth. It's about understanding and realizing things and changing things about yourself to evolve. Like our whole
Mhm.
purpose is to evolve. Our whole purpose is to grow, evolve, and change and level up. Like if we're not leveling up, then what we doing? If you want to stay the same,
Right.
then keep that energy away from me at least. You mean
Exactly.
I'm not into that. I'm growing every day. I'm looking at myself
Yeah.
and evaluating myself and self evaluation every day
Exactly.
to make myself stronger, to make myself wiser, to make myself a better person. Like if you think that you perfect, if you're not a millionaire, if you're not a multimillionaire, and you ain't got it all, and you ain't got a trust fund, and you ain't got something set up for your kids to go to college, and you ain't got everything that you already want, and everything that you already dreamed of, your dream car, your dream house, your dream partner, and all this, and you're not trying to change or grow, then you're a fool to me for real. Because if you already got everything that you want and you're not trying to change, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's
I mean, if
facts.
you already didn't reach the mountaintop, that's cool. I understand that. But if you're not where you want to be, but you're not trying to change, or you're not trying to grow, and you're not trying to change your characteristics, you're a fool.
I agree. I agree. I think it's been put to bed for me too. I think only thing I think if even if you feel like you're not in a good place or you're doing some self reflection and you need to stay away from people to do that, then do that for you. But just the whole point is to grow and
Exactly.
see what that look like for you individually. Period.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, now that we done put that to bed, we can move on to the next subject. The next one was
Yeah.
one of yours. It was
Yeah. Good fail.
dating. So dating, dating older or dating younger? Like okay, what's your take on it? What inspired you to? What's your put to bed in this
Let
on
me
it?
go out Syrup real quick before
Okay,
we
you lost it up. This must be
go
finna get
into
deep.
this.
You lost up.
Listen. So it just came to me. I was watching this movie, and then through my own personal experiences in the past, like dating age doesn't matter. Like say, like okay, oops, my bad. Say like you have a 20-year old and they dating a 30-year old, male or female,
Okay.
or vice versa, 30, 40. Now, when a man do it, excuse me. When a man does it, it's known as a pop high five, bro. You got oh shoot, you got a
Yeah,
young
you got
chick,
a
man.
young
You got a
tenderoni.
young chick.
You good.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
a young one, bro. All right. Now when a woman do it, she's a Kruger, right?
Yeah.
She not just out there, or she's Stella, because you know they still say that.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
or she's not just out there doing her thing, dating, doing her thing, dating and living her life like a man is. She don't get them high fives. She get those side eyes. Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
True.
that.
You get
I
the,
like
the
that little
stellar.
bar too.
You don't get the high fives. You get the
You
side
get those
eyes.
side
Okay,
eyes,
bars.
yeah. I like that bar. I like that bar. Like you know what I'm saying. So like, does it matter? Does it matter? Um, Mature or not? Like, does it matter if you would you do it? I know my my take on it, but I wanted to feel like your take because we are what 3 years
4 years
apart?
apart.
Three, bro. No,
We 4 years
two.
apart.
No, we 4 years. My bad. I'm
We
thinking of
four years
Leslie.
apart. Yeah,
I'm thinking of our
yeah,
sister. I'm thinking of our sister. We 4 years
yeah.
apart. So like, I just want to get your take on, it, especially being a male. What you think?
I mean, I feel like it's nothing wrong with dating younger or dating older, male or female. I
Right.
feel like that if that person makes you happy, if that person is compatible for you, then by all means do what you do. Now I'm not saying a 26-year-old man should be dating a 16-year-old or something like that. When
No,
it gets to the point where we both not grown, then it's wrong. You feel
it's
me? When we get to the point where we both
we are
not grown,
not
then it's wrong.
grown. It's
But if
wrong.
we both above
Mhm.
age, you feel me, have it your way and do what you do. But
Like that part.
I feel like first of all, women mature more than quick. I mean, women mature faster than men.
I agree.
So a 30-year-old man and a 24-year-old woman is like that could be like a ideal relationship damn near because that 24-year-old woman is probably just as mature as that 30-year-old
Mature
man.
level. Yeah.
Even 23, 24, 25, like she's probably just as mature as that 30-year-old man. And I don't say that to take away from males or take away, but it's just what it is. Like women mature faster
Exactly.
than men. Y'all see y'all future quicker. Y'all see, okay, I want to settle down, I want to do this, I want to do that, this and the third. A
Hmm.
lot of women be having them thoughts at 23, 24, 25. The wise ones. Some of them don't. Some of them still be in their party era, some of them still be in their club era, but a lot of
Yeah.
women be seeing what they want earlier than men.
16
Like
sometimes.
you said what?
16 sometimes. I was there too.
16 sometimes, yeah. Some of them don't even be grown yet, and they already know, like, okay, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna
Hmm.
get my degree in this, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna do this and do this. By the time I'm 26, 10 years from now, I'm gonna have this. the average 16-year-old male is thinking like, man, I'm trying to crack everything moving. We ain't really thinking about the average one unless you extremely talented. Like if you just gifted with something where it's like, okay, I'm cold at playing ball. Niggas been telling me I should go to the league since I was 13. Then you got them dudes who like focus. Okay, he been having this focus since he was 16. He want to go to
Right.
the NBA or he want to go to the NFL or he want to be a rapper or he want to be a doctor or he want to be this. But that's kind of rare for dudes. Like we ain't really figure it out. We just living life. Like a lot of us don't really consider what the possibilities of what we should be doing or where we should be going in life until we hit our 30s. So
Yeah.
I feel like in that aspect of it, it make a lot of sense. And then, like I said, it's to each his own. Like if you're a woman and you 34 and dude 25, 26, but he make you feel like a queen and he can match your energy and he can match your vibe and he can match your drive or he can match your sex drive or your ambition, then by all means, like why not? Because at the same time, it's like just looking at it from just looking at it from a standpoint of personal relationships of what I've
Mhm.
seen. Like our parents are the same age, moms and
Right.
pops are the same, literally the same age, type of shit, a few months apart, and their relationship didn't necessarily work out. Their relationship didn't work
Right.
out, but at the same time, our stepmoms is shit your age. Pops married somebody that's like what 15, 16, 17, damn near 20 years younger than him,
Yeah, yeah,
type
yeah.
of situation. But they it works. They it works. Like it works for them, and they got kids. They married. They got a foundation. They got that. So I can't say like it shouldn't be done. I can't say that I've never dated a female that was like younger than me or a female that was older than me. And to be honest, like in my own personal experiences, I've got some of the same experience from women that were younger and dating older.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that same I might get that same immature vibe or that same this ain't gonna work
Mm-hmm.
from an older chick or a younger chick. I feel like it's just the person
Individual.
that you vibe with, that's just made for you, the person that you got the most in common with, the person that you jam with the most. Like, take that in consideration over anything else. As long as we all grown and we all focused and we all in our goals, like I feel like that should be the leading determining factor. And don't worry about what everybody else say. I might call you a
they
cougar or I might call you what they call it. I don't know what they call men to do it. I know they call women cougars.
call
I think they
men
call
players, pimps.
players or yeah, yeah,
It's
or like they call them something like cookie jar pickers or something. It's something
oh
crazy that
no,
they
I
call
ain't
us, like
heard
something
that.
like that. But I feel like disregard what the world got to say, because at the end of the day, like if you love this person and y'all decide to
Yeah.
move together or y'all decide to grow together, like it ain't really the world problem or the world business or the world
Mhm.
concern, because the world ain't gonna help y'all grow in y'all relationship. The world ain't gonna help y'all flourish. The world ain't gonna help y'all, do what y'all want to do as a couple. So you got to take
Right.
that into your own consideration and don't worry about the judgment of others. As long as what you're doing is positive and you ain't doing nothing illegal, and then you mean ride with it. I'm for older and dating older relationships or younger relationships. I ain't really got nothing against it.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I love your points of views with that. It's more about that individual and that maturity level to me as well. Because I am 40, um, then I go with 35 and up because sometimes I'm still listening to certain music. I still do like to do certain things. So I'm not always in some of the 40s, scenery, snooty 40s
Yeah,
scenery anyway. I'm still like, okay, I'm still
you
trying to be a little bit.
you still
So
in the Stella mode.
yeah, I'm still in, like I'm still in the youthful, like, hey, we turning up, yeah, let's get sticky out here. I know the songs too, let's go. But like, but it's just more about that person, that connection, and that maturity level. Maturity level is one thing for me. How
Yeah,
you active, and then how honest you are. That's it. Like when you younger, if you're younger than me, 35, 34, then yeah, I'm looking at your maturity level and your honesty level and your kid level, bruh,
oh yeah,
bruh.
you gotta look at that.
That's the
Yeah.
three right there. That's the three I'm looking at off top. Because if that's not where I'm at, then we ain't gonna vibe. We ain't gonna vibe. Because I mean, I just feel like it's more about that person, individualized. Now, going younger, nah, I ain't doing that. Only thing we can do is have fun. That's it.
So what you
That's
think is
it.
the difference of like dating a younger or dating older as far as from a female perspective? You say you would go older, but you
Sometimes,
won't go younger.
yeah. Well, so I'm gonna say this. Even 40s, these regardless what age you are, immaturity level is sometimes the same. There's 40, 50-year-old men running around here acting like they 20 and 16,
Yeah,
so
fact.
still trying to crack everything moving. So it's more about in an individual person to me, like how they act, what they want, the goals they want, the family or not family they want. You can just date for years too, but like what they want going ahead eventually, but not. It's not was. I've dated both younger and older, and like you said, I've dealt with some of the same things.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
worse for the older, honestly.
yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say that. Like, I rather I give more grace to a person that's younger on the bullshit than older. If you in your 40s and you still sagging your pants and you still talking about you'll
Hmm.
crash out and you
Hmm.
doing this and you riding around selling dope or selling drugs and you still ain't figured it out and you still ain't got no you ain't trying to be legit and stay out of jail and get a
Right.
career and settle down, like, bro, what is you
Yep.
doing? Now
What is you
at 20
doing?
something it's like, okay, I understand you 20 something years old, but at 40 something, like, some stuff that you gotta learn how to let that shit go, bro.
You let it go. Like if you still saying some of the same things you were saying at 16, 21, 25, 30, and then
Oh
now you
yeah.
40 and 45, going into the 45 lane, and you still saying, I don't know what I want. I'm still trying to figure myself out. Then
Yeah, you
bro, it's
tripping.
you. It's you.
Yeah,
It's
you
no one
tripping. You need to
else.
take a year off and just figure it out. Like, I
And
ain't
figure it
gonna
out.
even with like the essence of like dating. I don't got nothing against nobody that's out there being a player doing whatever you're doing. But
Exactly. Do your
if you've been
thing
juggling 4 5 females or juggling 3 4 females from the time you was
for
19
three
in your teens
decades.
and you in your 30s and head into your like, bro, come on now. Like,
Exactly.
I ain't saying you got to just settle down and find a wife and all that type of stuff, but prioritize.
No,
Like, your focus shouldn't be pussy at 40 years old. It
right.
just shouldn't be. At 30 some years old, your focus shouldn't be pussy, bro. Like, it should be goals,
Yeah.
getting something done, leaving a legacy for your family, like building generational wealth, building
Yeah.
some kind of do something, do some kind of purpose, some kind of like, what are you living
Figuring it
for?
out.
Yeah, what you
Figuring
living for? You've been doing the same shit since you was a teenager, and you in your 30s and your 40s or whatever,
it.
and you
Hmm.
still moving the same way you was when you was a teenager. You kind of a goofy to me,
Yeah, you are.
male
You
or
because
female.
if you male or female,
Male or
like
female? You're a
I don't
female. You
think
still want to show. You still feel like your whole. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you feel like your
no
whole
good.
value is your body, and you got to still hit the clubs and catch a nigga, catch a trick to pay your bills and all of this shit.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
40 or at 30, that you would like grow the
It's
fuck up.
shameful at that point to me. It's starting to be shameful
It's
because you
shameful.
ain't
Yeah.
trying to
When does it
grow.
become shameful?
You ain't changing. You ain't trying to change nothing about yourself but the next nigga. Oh, or the next female.
For the next
Or
female,
the next
exactly,
male. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? Or and that's it. You just trying to elevate your next come up versus elevating yourself, elevating your wealth, all that. You ain't doing all that. You trying to you focus on the wrong things for real.
exactly, exactly.
So
But no, I feel like it's put to bed for me. I
I
mean,
do
I
too. I
mean,
do too.
okay, okay. Say less. Moving on.
Yeah.
Number three, this one is a good one. This one is a good one. This one was one of mine. So I'm gonna ask for
Mm-hmm.
your take on it first. Uh, do you feel like in a relationship, bless, 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 do you feel like in a relationship, is it wise or is it cool to have opposite sex friends? As a woman, do you feel like it's cool if your dude has these female friends or you mean vice versa?
So because I'm a little older, I don't get intimidated or have less confidence around other people's friendships and things like that. When I was
Yeah.
younger, oh no, we ain't doing that at all. What she want? Why she calling you? But like, and now that I'm a little older, it really depends on what that friendship looked like. Like, okay, y'all been friends for years. Have y'all ever dated? Certain things like that will be boundaries.
Yeah.
Like I would never. I'm not against it because I feel like I would want the same thing. You need a male to take some time, and you need a female to take some time, and I don't think it should be restraints from that. I just think that there should be boundaries. Like you shouldn't be over our house, laid up on our couch until 2 o'clock in the morning watching a movie,
Oh
and
yeah,
say,
absolutely not.
"Oh, I was just over at my friend's house." No, no. But like, there should be boundaries. Now, having a female friend at work, because you're gonna meet people. That's just
Every day.
unrealistic, right? That's unrealistic to me to feel like, oh, you're not gonna have natural connections with people and develop feelings, regardless of what that is, a friendship. So I wouldn't be against it. I just feel like I would put that on that person, my person, to know like, okay. You ain't what we doing with that relationship? How that look? Y'all friends like you calling? She calling you at 1 and 12 in the morning saying like, I need some help. He hit me, or I need some advice. If that kind of friendship, then we
Yeah,
need to talk. But if y'all just friends, where like y'all go have drinks after work sometime as a group, or just you and her or that person, and y'all been knowing each other for years, and y'all been doing this. That's cool, but there's boundaries. Because if I feel like if you cannot have male or female friendships, then y'all have a kind of a trust issue as well,
yeah.
and control.
Facts.
Because you should be able to trust your partner around the opposite sex, period. And if you okay with your friendships, and there's nothing like malice about it, then I should be able to meet that person anyway. That's your
Facts.
friend. Hey, how you doing? And then I ain't got to kick it with y'all, but I should know what's going on and who your friends are. Yeah,
No
that's my take
facts.
on
No fact. I agree with that. I agree with that. My take on it is like a lot of the points that you said I agree with too. So damn near everything you said I agree with. And
it.
I feel like it's situational. Like it depends.
Yes.
As a person, like you said, I can't control or I can't worry about what the next person do. If you my girl and you got male
Hmm.
friends, you might have known them since middle school, whatever type of stuff. And then I can't really say, oh, you should stop talking to this person that you've been knowing for 20 years because you got with
Right.
me. Now,
Right.
if it's the person that you've had sex with, that you've been dealing with, that you've been in a relationship with, an ex,
Say it.
that's totally different. I don't feel like male or female you should be chopping it up and having conversations and cool and friends with your exes while you in a relationship with somebody else. Like I feel like you holding on to the past because
Not
if anything
consistency.
happened, if we get into it and this is the person you run to and this is the person you slept with, then it's no telling that this is the person you're gonna run to intimately when we into it. Like
Hmm.
if this is somebody that you trusting in, that you confiding in, when we into it or something like that, and this is somebody that slept with you, like their intentions is already there. Like this it's
Right.
already
Right.
understood that the attraction is there, that what level it is. So you just opening doors for bullshit. Like you
Hmm.
leaving the door. I feel like as an adult, you should close as many doors as possible because we're not perfect. None
Right.
of us are perfect. All of us make mistakes. But the more doors you close, to making mistakes, the less probability you have of making that mistake. Like if it's someone, even if it's
Again.
somebody that
Hmm.
you've never been with, if this person
Hmm.
has been shooting a shot at you, or telling you sexy, or telling you beautiful, or telling you deserve more, all of this extra stuff that niggas say. I'm just speaking from a man standpoint right now. But all of the stuff that niggas say, because niggas will say whatever to a woman to get the coochie. I'm not gonna
And
lie
yeah,
to you.
they will. They
We
definitely
will
will.
say whatever. We
They
gonna
definitely
throw
will. Learned the hard
yeah,
way.
we
Yeah,
gonna throw
definitely
salt
will.
on your man and say, oh, you shouldn't be dealing with. But we can be
Yep.
just like Buddy, identical to him. But we gonna tell you, oh, he ain't good enough for you. Oh, you should stop talking to him. You shouldn't be dealing with
Absolutely.
that. You shouldn't put up with that. We gonna tell you whatever we want to tell you to get them draw. And that's
That's,
period. To my
that's what
women
it
out there,
is.
my women listeners, I'm letting y'all know right now. Don't fully trust a man until after he hit. And it sounds crazy, but that's the truth. Don't fully trust or believe what we saying until after we hit. Most of us, because we're gonna say whatever we want to say until we can hit. And niggas gonna be comfortable. Women are different. Women could be in the friend zone and really look at you like a friend, and it's like
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
my homie. That's just
That's
that's just
my
somebody I
dude.
vibe with. That's just somebody I talk to. Men, we not like that.
Um,
We only in the friend zone until you let us out the friend zone. Like most men, if he not gay or if he ain't got a woman and he ain't just married or secure with his relationship, most of us are only being your friend until we can be more than your friend. Like we just sit here and listen to you vent and do all of the extra stuff until we get where we need to go. Me knowing that as a man, it makes it kind of different to look at like the aspects of a friendship and relationship. And I'm not saying
yeah.
all men are like that. We not. I'm not like that. I
Right.
got female friends that I literally just are just my friends. They confide in me when they're going through. They might ask me for advice on certain stuff, and that's just what it is. Like it ain't no sexual tension, and ain't no we ain't never slept together type stuff. It ain't that. You mean? But I was
I
raised
mean,
around all women, so it's different for me to be able to relate to women and be friends with just a woman when I
mm-hmm.
grew up in a whole house full of women. Like it's
You got
different, but
it is.
yeah, most men ain't like that. Most people have a secret agenda, and as a person, if you're in a relationship, I feel like it's your responsibility to know, like, okay, I got to cut this loose because this person didn't flirted with me, or this person didn't dry shot they shot, or this person telling me I should leave my person. This
Mm-hmm.
ain't the person that I can't. This ain't this. They not a friend. They not a
Right,
friend. They
right.
they a possible suitor. They a person that's waiting in line until they can get their chance. And it's up to us to be conscious of that, male or female, to be able to
Yeah.
say like, oh damn, she only my friend because she know I'm in a relationship. But if I say right now, what's up? You trying to link and get on something? If that
Mm-hmm.
person is a person that you know in your heart that would say yeah, then you should not be friends with them while you're in a
Right,
relationship.
right.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't be
she's
friends with them
boundary.
while you're in a
That you should
relationship.
cut that off.
It's a line. It's a boundary. Like you said, it's a
Mhm.
boundary to it, and it's up to your person. It's up to that person to show that concern, to show that discretion, to know like, okay, I can bring this person around my boyfriend. I can bring him around. I can bring him to the house. I can bring him to the cookout. I can bring him to the get together. It's not gonna be
Right.
no tension. It's not gonna be no
Yeah.
vibes. I ain't gotta worry about him giving me the side eye and giving me the sneak smiles, or I ain't gotta worry about him saying no side stuff. I ain't gotta worry about him flirting with me. I ain't gotta worry about nothing when he around
Nah.
my dude, because I know that this is a mutual platonic relationship. Now, when you got
Mm-hmm.
that, cool, that's cool, male or female. Like, okay, I know
Hmm.
I got homegirls that I can bring around my girl and we can kick it and we can vibe. And I know that my girl ain't gonna be like, why is she looking at me like that? Why is she mugging me? Why is she acting funny? Why is she asking this? Why is she doing this? Why is she like
Right.
but then I got them ones that I know I can't bring her around my girl because she probably gonna get jealous. She probably gonna do this. She probably gonna do that. And those are the ones that I know that I've distanced myself from since
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a relationship, because I know
Absolutely.
this ain't just a friendship. But it's
You look
different.
at
If
this.
it's pure friendship, I'm all for it. But it's up to you as a person to be honest with yourself and honest with your partner and be like, no, okay, this person ain't really this person who I thought was my friend probably ain't my friend. They just slid on me in my DM. They just slid it. So I feel like it's just up to us to show that discernment, to be able to show that not even discernment, but to show that discretion, to know like who we can be friends with and who we can't be. And like I said, it all goes back to do unto others as you want done unto yourself. Do you want as a woman, do you want me dating you but still talking to every other female that I done slept with, or three, four females that I done slept with, or three, four females just waiting to take your spot? And as a
Right.
man, the same way, vice versa. And when you can answer those questions honestly to yourself, you can make those decisions and evaluate and say, okay, it's time to cut this person off, cut this person off, cut this person off, or keep this person around, or it's up to you to make those decisions after you really evaluate and know what is a purpose to being in my life.
Mm-hmm. I but so as a woman, I can look at a dude, I can get to know a dude, meet a dude, and I know off top if he gonna be friend zone by our vibe. If I
Oh
ain't
yeah,
attracted to you like that, you friend zone, period. like,
yeah,
um, like not even that. If I ain't attracted to you like that and you start acting like a bro more and not giving me that, yeah, a certain vibe that you get when you see somebody like, yeah, oh yeah, I mess with him, then you already friend zone. You bro. But there's a difference when there. I think it's the honesty. You just have to let your partner know honestly, like who that friend is,
exactly.
because if you don't, and they found out later, that's when you gonna have some problems.
Yeah,
You
it's a
got some
problem. Yeah, it's a
problems
problem. It's a
going
problem.
forward with your trust. You got some problems going forward with everything because now
Yeah.
they gonna look at every friend that you bring around as that same friend. Oh, he fucked her.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they
exactly.
fucked
And
around.
don't nobody
You know
want to
what I'm
deal
saying?
with that. Don't nobody want to be with
Exactly.
somebody who I got to worry
Right.
about you being you been in contact with your exes, or you sleeping with this person, you sleeping with that person, or you calling this person
Yeah.
your friend. And because a lot of people do that. Oh, that's my cousin, or that's my brother, or that's my and
Right.
buddy didn't hit. Like, that ain't your cousin, that ain't your
Yep.
homie, that ain't your friend, that ain't your brother.
And
Buddy
you
didn't
find out
hit.
later. Yep, you
Yeah.
find out later. You
Paying your
find out real
benefits. What
later.
did we talk about?
Right. And everybody in the room know but you.
Everybody know but you, and you in here looking crazy, shaking buddy hand and having a drink with him. Crazy. But no, I feel
Like,
like
what
this
up,
put to
bro?
bed on my end though, as far as like as far as the understanding of it, as far as my take on
I agree. I don't have nothing else to say about it either.
it. But it all boils down to communication though, for real. I mean, that's a different
For
topic.
real. I mean, but what about like, okay, like I said, men are called players, but women are called hoes in certain areas. Like, women are players too.
Oh, women the
Myself,
best players. They're all the
yeah,
best players.
myself, I've been in that boat, had that hat. I put it put it up, but like, it's I don't it's a double standard to me. So like that, I'm
Yeah.
being a feminist in a sense. I look at it as like, hey, I'm a pro woman. Hey, I do your thing. I do whatever you want to do, but just be safe with it. That's it.
No facts. No facts.
Like, cause men can get a little nuts if the coochie good, you
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah, and then people be on social media wondering like, oh, I need to get out of relationships. People just get killed in
Exactly.
relationships. People just niggas is killing their girls and girls couldn't. Yeah, that's because y'all don't
Yeah,
need. It
yeah,
ain't. The, it
yeah.
ain't the. It
Hmm.
ain't. It ain't the
Yeah,
relationship. It's the
yeah,
toxicity. It's the bullshit in a relationship. If you being
yeah,
totally
right.
honest with that person, you been totally faithful to that person,
Yeah,
you've been totally loyal to this person, open
it shouldn't
communication with this
happen.
person, they ain't got no reason to click out and go crazy or crash out on you. At the end of the
Mm-mm.
day, you looking at the aspects of all these relationships and all these people getting killed in relationships and all that type of stuff because they done been cheated on, they done been done dirty, they done been
They've
lied
been
to.
hurt.
Like, ain't nobody just doing stuff just to do it. Like, if you want to have a relationship, you're not just gonna kill your partner. You're not gonna beat up on your
Yeah,
partner, all that type of stuff.
it's
So
undealt with unresolved issues they have within themselves, and it festers, and they
yeah, and
get the one
investors.
person that they cannot handle letting go of. and that's what happens. Then they
Yeah,
explode, and then that the explosion can be very violent or very toxic.
yeah,
No matter what that
yeah.
person looks like. Yeah.
It's just about being like being honest with yourself and
Hmm.
honest with other people, man. If I know you a hoe, I'm not gonna dive off the deep end. I'm not gonna get to the point where I'm gonna crash out above you. I'm
Right.
not gonna kill you because you sleeping with somebody else. I knew you was like this.
I know
I'm
what
only
you
gonna
did.
invest so
Yeah.
much. Like, tell me who
Yeah.
you is at the gate so I can
Yeah.
evaluate you out the gate and treat you who you
And
need,
that's
how
the
you need to be
thing.
treated at the gate. When people get lied to or manipulated or
Yeah.
like, I'm not for violence at all in no kind of aspect. I feel like if you that unhappy, just leave. But I
Right.
can say I can understand why people have emotional clickouts and just be like, oh damn, I've been loyal to this person, I've been faithful to this person for a year or this amount of
Hmm.
time, and I thought they was this, I thought they loved me, and whole time they cheating on me, whole time they lying to me, whole time they
Right.
just look like that can make a person have an emotional click out and
Absolutely, it
breakdown
can.
and do something that they don't even that they're not even really conscious of. It's that's why in the law in the courts of law you have crimes of passion. That's considered a crime of passion where it's like
Yeah, it
I've been hurt
is.
so much where it's like I
But
just
it's an
instantly click
excuse
out and do
sometimes
something.
people use.
Yeah, some people use it as an excuse, but
Yeah.
it's really is a thing for people. Like,
It
it's just
is.
like
It
something happened
is.
to your mama, if something happened
Yeah.
to your brother, something I'm not gonna really think about the consequences. I'm thinking about repercussions. I'm thinking about going to
Hmm.
get my get back from my loved one and going
Right.
to resolve this issue because I'm so hurt or I'm so angry, I'm so
Yeah.
sad, and that can stem in the same sense of relationships, and people just act out due to their emotions because they've
Yeah.
been put in a certain place or they've been or something happened like. But in order to disregard that and alleviate that and keep yourself out of them type of situations where you can get killed or you can be somebody that got to kill somebody to get out of a relationship or do all that. Man, just keep it funky. Keep it honest with people and move accordingly. Like if you're not ready for a relationship, don't get in one because you get in a relationship
Right.
with somebody that's ready for one and you play them and they click out on you. You mean it's
It
nobody
might
really to blame but
that.
yourself. You can't blame the next person for you can't blame me for crashing out if I didn't invested all my money into this coin or this Bitcoin, and next thing you know, you'd have been the person telling me, "Oh man, invest in this stock, invest in this stock, invest in this, invest in that," and I done lost my whole savings, and I come to kill you because you didn't play me, and you've been just a person who knew this coin was like the Ponzi scheme type thing, and you knew it was some bullshit, and you led me into it knowingly. Like you can't blame me for how I handle you after that. Like you
I
put
don't know.
yourself in
I
that
think
position.
I don't know. I got some thoughts on that, but I don't think we got the time right now because
We can double back. We can
we gonna
always double back.
disagree on that one.
I mean, you got to hold yourself accountable too. I'm not saying that it's righteous for a person to click out, but
Yeah, because I
why
see
put
a lot
yourself
of
in that
that.
position? Like, why put myself in that? I'm not going to go in the cage for the lions dangling meat and then get mad when I get bit.
There's a lot of women getting killed right now, so that's why I can't really go into it because it's a very high increase of people crashing out and killing women and men too. But right now,
Yeah, yeah. Of
well,
course, yeah. It's always been a higher. Yeah, it's always been
always,
a higher probability
yeah,
of it being killed.
always. But right now, it's a flex in it, and so it's a concerning thing for me. So that's why I don't really want to go into it till I get like all my facts straight because a lot of people are using it as an excuse too. Oh, they play with my heart. Yes, being honest is important because you got to give people a choice to
Yeah,
decide
a
if they want to
choice.
be with you or not.
Exactly. Yeah,
But crashing out is an excuse as well because you got to deal with your own shit. If you're not ready, don't be in that shit, and then
yeah,
you ain't got to
yeah.
be in a situation where you got to crash out.
Yeah, true. But I mean, if you don't, what if you're in a situation where you don't know you got to crash out until you crash out? Like if you like you're
I don't
saying you.
agree with killing of people, period, women or men, over your emotions. Deal with that
No,
shit
I
on.
don't. I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a firm believer. If you're not happy,
Right.
walk away. It's a billion
Yeah,
different. It's
yeah.
7 billion people
It's
out here in the world. Like
hmm
if I'm not happy with this person, I could find somebody else to be happy with, or two or three other
right,
females to be happy with.
right.
I don't agree with it, but I'm saying I understand it.
Yeah,
Understanding
you
it and
understand
agreeing
it.
with
Like,
it is two
yeah,
different
I
things.
agree. I agree with what you're saying. No, I understand completely what you're saying. I'm just giving out those little snippets of information that we need to put out there to the people.
Oh yeah,
I
facts,
get what you're
facts. Yeah,
saying.
I'm not. Yeah,
Period.
yeah. No
Logically,
facts.
you get
No
it.
facts.
Because sometimes I'd be like, well, shit, what the, well, I see why, but I get it because you go there, but it's just like it's been coming up a lot. But I get why logically, I can see why a person can get there. Like I can see why a person can like just snap off sometimes. Period, because of your own stuff you ain't got up, you got deep in there, you ain't dealing with, and a lot of your family see it too, and they
Yeah,
don't say nothing. That's
yeah.
another topic.
Oh yeah, yeah. We jumping off. We got to get into this last
Right,
one.
right, right, right. We're gonna come back to that later on
Yeah, we
because
gonna definitely.
we gotta come back to that. But self care, we gonna keep that real cute and short. Self care. I'm just gonna go with a couple things that I do for self care and what it is. Taking care of yourself. We talked about it throughout the whole podcast. Taking care of
Yeah,
yourself,
it's important.
taking
It's
care of your
important
mental, taking care of your physical. Yeah, your mental, your physical. You good with the physical. You know how to do all that. Like 'cause you work out and all that stuff. So that's good about self care. A part of self care.
yeah.
Me, I do a lot of walks, a lot of music with my walks, and I'm about to get into boxing, which is just kickboxing, just to get some of that aggression that you need, and also for protection. But I
Oh yeah.
also burn the hell out some sage, and I meditate and I journal. So what are some things you do, bro?
I want to start off with this. I'm gonna start off with a fun fact. Fun
Mm.
fact. Working out literally releases the same chemicals in your body from your brain to your body as
Mm-hmm.
getting high.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking, smoking weed, popping pills,
Mm-hmm.
working out. You could throw working out right in that same category. It
Right.
literally releases serotonin and dopamines
Yeah.
from your brain to your body to make you feel elated, to make you feel happy, to make you
Yeah.
feel on
Joy.
top of the world. And you can get them same type of dopamines, that same type of feeling, that same type of release of serotonin from working out. So working out is like a
Mm-hmm.
big thing for me. It's a big stress reliever. It's a big part of self care. I don't care if
It
you're already
is.
in shape. I don't care if you're out of shape. I don't care if you whatever you got going on. I feel like everybody should be exercising, whether it be just walking the block or jumping jacks. It ain't got to be no intense bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't cut out for that. Everybody ain't cut out for lifting weights and going crazy. But we should be active. We should be physically active. That's a big part of self care for me is being
Mm-hmm.
physically active and keeping your body and keeping your because it's your body is your temple. We only get one of these, so
One of
you
those.
got to
Yeah.
take care of it. You mean? And another part of self care for me is of course God. God is self care
Absolutely,
because we
sis. Yeah.
gods. We God. I don't care what nobody say. As a black man, I'm God. You feel me? That's just my
Was a
belief
black
system. You
queen
see, I'm
song.
wearing my unk. You see, I
Mm-hmm.
wear my crystals. I wear my protection. I got my chakra stones on. Like I'm God, and in the
Mm-hmm.
essence of that, I gotta give myself care like I'm God. A lot of us say, "Oh, we the gods, we this and that," but you still doing anything with your dick. You still doing anything with your lungs. You still doing anything
Yeah.
with your brain. You still doing anything with your kidneys. You still getting high. You still doing this, doing all these extra stuff. That just to each his own. I'm not judging nobody for what you do. Do what
Right.
you do, but at the same time, have that self care. Have that conscientiousness to know like, okay, I gotta meditate. I gotta pray. I gotta fast. I gotta work
Mm-hmm.
out. I gotta do so. Like
Mm-hmm.
my self care things are that like therapy is a self care thing for me. I do
Therapy's
therapy.
a big
I
one.
talk to my therapist. I vent. I get that stuff out of me. So it's not just bottled up in me, and I'm not just struggling with it myself and just going back and forth with my thoughts in my own brain. I do therapy as self care. I work out. I eat well. I make sure I meditate. I make sure I
Mm-hmm.
pray. I make sure I do these things. I make sure I find a creative outlet, whether it be poetry, whether it be music, whether it be no matter what it is, like you gotta have
Right.
some kind of outlet to be able to exercise, to be able to get yourself in that mode where it's like you can release. Whether it be like I said, some people release through poetry, some people release through music, some people release through painting, some people release through doing hair, doing nails, whatever creative outlet you got and whatever creative uh things that you have that God put in you naturally, do that. Do
Yeah.
that to the fullest. That's part of self care. Do that to the fullest. Even if you ain't making no money off of it, do it to have fun. Do it to release. Do
Right.
it to de stress. Like exercise your creativity.
Exactly. The two things I do with creativity is I paint. Not paint. I do paint on some canvas at home just to get some, like yeah, that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
paint. Not like
yeah.
I'm over here like ooh,
Now
nah,
Picasso, you ain't
yeah,
Picasso.
not doing that. So that's why I said paint. And then I also dang, I had my thing. Uh, I had my other thing. I can't even think of it right now. But paint is one thing I do, which it helps a lot. Just getting some things out. And yeah, that's about it. I think I put to bed for me.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, I mean,
Oh,
seems
I'm
like we covered
sorry.
all our, huh?
Affirmations. I have affirmations around my room.
Affirmations. That's
Yeah, I have
that's
affirmations
basic.
around my room, and I have them taped around my mirror. So when I wake up in the morning, I see that I see myself, and I see my affirmations, and I say them to myself. So that's one thing I do as well.
Oh yeah, that's.
So
I'm
yeah,
glad you said
just a
that. That's an
book.
important part of
Yeah,
self care. That's
yeah.
That's your
Boost up.
manifestation. Your
Hmm.
affirmations is your
Yep.
believing in yourself, your motivation of yourself. So
Yep.
that's everything. That's everything.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yep.
I'm salty. I ain't say that. Tripping.
Right. I'm sorry, I got a little cold. Yep. And then that's yeah, that was it. Just focusing on yourself, and I do breathing exercises
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
too.
yeah. The
Because
diaphragm breathing exercises.
yeah, yeah, breathing exercises, and yeah, that's about it. Just creativity. Oh, and photography. I do photography.
Oh yeah, okay,
I
okay.
have a camera. Now I ain't no photographer, but I
Yeah.
have been doing it for a couple years, and I'm getting better with my like lightings and things like that. So yeah, that's my creative side.
Oh yeah, okay.
Cause, but yeah, that's about it.
Okay, okay.
So I
Well, we
still
done gave
stand
y'all a
for
lot as far
that
as
self
a
care.
lot of health tips as far as
Yep.
self care. And if you ever had a issue with self care or understanding or recognizing and seeing what it is and identifying it, I hope we enlighten y'all to give y'all some more tools and some more enlightenment on what self care is and how that looks like and what you should be doing. Like even if it's a bubble bath, lighting some candles, and just take some time to yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel like they got to get you in the mood to build yourself up and build your God energy up, and make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you put yourself first sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes you got to be
Not-
selfless, but sometimes you do have to be selfish with your
You
energy
do.
and how you
You
move.
do. To get where you need to be sometimes, to level up. Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta go into a shell so you can look at yourself and then
Oh yeah.
come out
Yeah.
better for
I mean
everybody, for you and everybody
the
else.
caterpillar can't turn into a butterfly until he go in that cocoon.
Hmm.
In that cocoon, that's the metamorphosis. That's in the stage when you growing, you evaluating, you self evaluating, you making them changes, you doing all that self care, you doing that self growth inside that cocoon, so where you can go from crawling to flying, and that's the goal.
Yeah, that's a goal. It's always a goal to grow, for real.
Always the goal to go. But yeah, I feel like we did. I mean, we done our due diligence for y'all this
Yes,
evening. Hope y'all
sir.
enjoyed the show. This is episode 4. I
Absolutely.
hope y'all really enjoyed this content, man, and then hope it'll reach somebody that needed to hear some of this for real.
Yes. And that's the most important place. The most important part is reaching somebody who need to hear it, because we gave out some good tips, good points, good things to look at, and good things to help you grow. So yeah, just wake up every day, have a new day, new start, and
Yeah.
Diamond G out.
At the end of the day gonna end, man. Make sure y'all rest y'all minds, but don't rest your soul. Don't rest your spirit. Don't rest your ambition.
Yes,
You feel
sir.
me?
Yes, sir. Just keep growing, keep looking at yourself, because every day you gotta keep it moving.
Yeah, every day
Even
we
when
got.
you mess up, keep it moving.
Yeah. Well, this has been another episode of the Put to Bed podcast, man. We thank y'all for
Okay.
joining us. You see, sis got her setup going in. You see, it's all coming together. Yeah.
Yes,
Y'all
we
tune in
here.
and
We
catch us
cute.
next
We
week, man, for
pink.
another episode.
All right. All right, bro. See you later, bro. All
All right, love,
right, Diamond G.
Billionaire Billy Goat.
Yeah.